Alrighty, scavengers. Alrighty, scavengers. As promised, do a quick follow-up. As y'all can see, the speakers, they actually do work. They don't sound the best, but they do sound okay. You know, pretty cool right there. Plugged them in, hooked them up to the old JVC that I found probably a year or two ago. That's my go-to radio. That's the one that I still use up in my garage. It's got the big boom speakers. It sounds way better than these speakers, but these speakers, they don't sound too bad. They'd be okay for like a small room or something like that. But awesome find right there. Tangent speakers, I looked them up. They're kind of older, and I don't think they're like real high-end speakers, but they sound okay. They sound okay. Back over here, that TV that we found, kept it in the box. Unfortunately, as y'all can see, it's no bueno. Half of the screen over here is completely just, you see how it just kind of fades just to black, and then down here it looks like something, little crack right there. So the yeah, this part of the TV seems to be completely out, and this end, and if it were just that and not the crack, it could probably be fixed if someone, you know, someone who knew how to do that. But from what I understand, when these screens crack, that's pretty much it. But this is a really nice one. It's got the metal back, it's got the rack on it. So show in the back of the truck, scrap it as it sits. Bummer, man. But let's see. Yada yada yada. Over here, this is all the scrap that we got sorted up that we found last night. There's a little bit of stuff back there from the previous night, you know, like the bumper and some of that crap back there. Thinking about maybe running to the scrapyard this afternoon. I don't know, we'll see. The weather's nice, it's still early enough in the day. But over here is all the scrap that we've got sorted out. That first episode that we stopped, I picked these guys up in there that I was saying it's probably secondary. Upon further review, this stuff is so light, and it's got actual like it looks like some sort of plaster or something on there. That's probably going to be more like breakage. I mean, there's not a whole lot of weight there, and I mean, aluminum really isn't catching a lot of money these days. This right here, same thing. These pieces, if you could press them out, I don't have a press strong enough to get that out. If you can press them out, you can clean that up. More aluminum, but as it sits, probably just going to be all breakage right there. This hood back here, check it out. When I picked it up, it was super light. Like, it's an all aluminum hood. There is a little bit of steel in here, so I don't know what they'll give me for it at the yard. There is something a little bit above breakage they have. It's called aluminum 75%, meaning that 75% is aluminum, and it's a little bit more than breakage. I've never actually found an aluminum hood. I've only heard of them, so be interesting to see what the scrapyard says on that. Over here we got us a little box. These are all those lights, the landscape lightings that we found. As you can see, why they were tossed out, they a lot of them have gotten very flooded. But yeah, cleaned up. That's all cast aluminum right there. It's sharing the same bucket with our number 2 wire over here. Down here, I've got 2 buckets of extension. This is just junk extension. This is all that we pulled out of that big open top. It's going to be extension as well. Only reason it's by itself is it had that dope grease all over it, and I was just making the biggest mess with it, so I just put it in its own tub. And yeah, so yeah, extension. This over here is a little bit of number 1 that we found. Sheet aluminum. This is all the stainless. The sink cleaned up. The stainless lines cleaned up. Clean stainless. Over here is stuff to be put up on the shelf. There's some brass in here, a little bit of copper, a little bit of aluminum breakage, you know, just kind of stuff to throw up on the shelf in the buckets that it's got. And then this tote right here is all the cameras and electronic type stuff we found. This camera, all these cameras. This is an actual digital video recorder, so there's probably a hard drive in that. These 2 boxes that we picked up early in the day, I opened a little bit. I'm not going to open it all the way, but these are brand new cameras. They're still wrapped in the plastic. These boxes have not even been opened. So we got 2 of these cameras right here. They're Onyx. It says 30 case. 2 brand new ones right there. Hard drive, the little box right there. I was curious, hooked this up to the cameras and everything. I wonder if the system would actually work. I don't know. That'd be interesting to find out, but awesome find right there. Okay, and then on to the awesome table. All the shoes, guys. We got some Converse All-Stars, some Chuck Taylors. Upon further review, I'm gonna try not to touch them too much, but upon further review, like you can see, like this one right here, this is the Cactus Jack one. There's an off color, it's like an off-white right here. It looks like there's some stuff, like a design that was on the side that peeled. This shoe, it's got a little bit of dirt on it. What I'm thinking these are is they are returns. Somebody used them for a little bit. See, that's got a little bit of staining on it. They all look like they've been used, gently used, and they're probably returns that can't be resold or whatever. And so here we are. So what I'm gonna do with these, there's a few of them that are my size. Everything that fits, I'm gonna keep. Everything that doesn't, I'm gonna donate. But that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I found shoes before, but nothing quite as cool as, you know, Chuck Taylor's. Awesome sauce. And then over here, our industrial section, I was kind of going through that dumpster real quick last night, spouting off stuff, and y'all are probably like, Mike, what the heck are you talking about? So we'll just go ahead over here. These were they're called safety whip checks, cable safety whip checks. And what these are actually designed to do is where you have like some sort of like cable or a hose attached to something. These are to prevent it, like say you have like a 3-inch hydraulic hose, 3,000 pounds going through it, you know, and it busts loose. What's that hose gonna want to do? It's gonna whip. It's gonna whip real hard. Same thing with like cables and stuff, where they're susceptible to just, you know, bursting or snapping or pulling away. And then what this is designed to do, from my understanding, I've never seen it happen, is when it does that, this is supposed to catch it. This connects to something and this connects to part of the hose, and if it just pops, it catches it and basically keeps the equipment from coming back and whipping you. You know, big old 3-inch hose, 3-inch cable, that probably kill you. It would probably kill you. But yeah, that's what that is. Probably just scrap it out. I don't have a whole lot of use for it. Over here, these inserts that we were talking about, they you know, they're same thing as like these buttons. The best way I could explain this to someone who doesn't know what drill slips are, or rotary slips on an oil rig, is you know, like a big pipe wrench that's got the jaws, you know, like one of those big red pipe wrenches, and then it's got like the little jaws. That's basically what these are, but they're just on a much larger scale. And then inside the slips, these are lined all the way down. Same thing, it just depends on the types of slips. And then these teeth right here are designed to, like, when you close up on the clamp, it grabs onto that pipe so you can handle the drill pipe. But that's what that is. All scrappable though, all good things. A couple of pieces of all thread over here, just some little brackets, TV brackets, that kind of thing. I did find a little monitor. Yeah. Over here, we've got the banding tools. This is for the big bands. This is the machine, the tensioner for the big bands. And then this is the crimper. And that's probably, golly, that's probably 1.5 inches. Yeah, big old bands. That's for strapping down some super big stuff. And then over here, this guy, this Cease Sigma, I looked it up. I didn't find a whole lot on these, other than I believe they're used for seismic purposes. I think they use these to, yeah, ISEIS. They use these for locating things underground, I guess, without digging. But yeah, it's got probes, it's got jumper cables. I guess you hook it to a battery when you're out in the field or whatever. But I think that's what I had read on it, that it was kind of like for locating things underground without actually having to dig and that kind of thing. Seismic stuff. And then over here, a bunch of bags of safety clips. I sold a lot of these in the oil field. I don't know exactly. I mean, I think they have all kinds of uses, basically. Just kind of like a safety pin, a removable safety pin, just on a larger scale. I used to use something like this. I remember in back in high school, our gym clothes after gym each day, we'd have to put them in the the big safety pin and then put them in the bed, and then they send them off to the laundry to go get washed. But yeah, these have all, I mean, there's probably 1,000 things that you could do with these big pins. But yeah, I think that's for the most part what they are. They're just safety pins. Something for locking up a device that can, you can, just to hold it in place, kind of like a lock pin. Let's see, there's a bigger one, some springs. These I believe are aluminum. A little air gun. It's missing there's something missing right there. But yeah, all in all, guys, I think we had a pretty successful outing out there on that trip. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up this little follow-up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I most certainly did. Got to get some stuff cleaned up, organized. I do got that water heater back there. I just haven't got to it yet, but we will do a video. I saw some of y'all are interested in seeing me take it apart. I will do a video on taking that apart for you guys. But okay. Yeah. Thank y'all so much.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción, yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente. Con una pasión tan fuerte.